Hi, friends, and a very pleasant good afternoon as we come to you from Western Beaver High School down here in Beaver County, Pennsylvania, for today's matchup between the Ellwood City Wolverines and the Western Beaver
Golden Beavers.
The Golden Beavers. Thad Sturgeon alongside Brad Windhorst and Dakota Marshall. Kind of a fun game today for us. We're on the rooftop of the press box, but we just need to say, internet service is sketchy at best.
Yes.
So if we drop out, hit that
recording.
refresh button. We are recording. So, and Brad will get home this afternoon and get it uploaded for your viewing pleasure. But hopefully everyone's going to stick with us, and you stick here and watch along with us. We're about 4.5 minutes away from kickoff. Brad, how you been?
Oh, not too bad. Beautiful weather once again. A little bit more chilly. But you know what this is? This is football weather finally.
It's the second day of fall. It's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. We've been staring at 86 degrees, sun in your face. I know Dakota and I were at the middle school game at New Brighton. Beautiful low sticks. I'm going to give out a shout. I know it's quick and early. We got to give a shout out to the cheerleaders for New Brighton. They may had 6 or 7 middle school cheerleaders, but they were the loudest. I mean, you could hear them across the street. You could hear them everywhere. But with that being said, a little bit more nice and cool. This is kind of my weather. I'm a big dude. I like my nice and cool, calm.
I'll go with that. And I'll tell you what, and I think the players are going to like it too.
Yes.
It is a difference for the Ellwood City being a Saturday afternoon game. I don't think it's really going to mess up their routine a whole lot, but you are looking here at a Saturday afternoon game. It's also some kind of cheer day here at Western Beaver as we welcome our Ellwood City football team out onto the field with the EC flag and the American flag, a tradition that started here just last year as they come out. So lots of Ellwood City cheerleaders here, the Ellwood City band, and of course Western Beavers. Am I saying it right? Golden Beavers.
Western Beaver, Golden Beavers. It's a mouthful, but we'll get it through.
If you just say
Beavers, we're
going to
okay.
go with the Beavers. And so I had a friend call me yesterday. He said, "Hey, where is Western Beaver?" I said, "Go to Beaver and go west." But anyway,
if you see a beaver down there, that's you're starting to get somewhere close.
Right, that's right. So, but the team here for you had the standings.
Yes, I do have the standings. Brad. There's a lot to talk about. Woo, Thad, you and I and Dakota were talking last night. Yeah, a big shake-up last night in the standings. Still something that's going to be figured out in the next 2 or 3 weeks. You're going to probably see who's the cream of the crop and those who are kind of sitting on the back end trying to get in. Beaver Falls went into Neshannock and just destroyed Neshannock. Now, it was 22-0. That doesn't sound bad, but
it doesn't. But
it was all in favor of Beaver Falls.
Beaver Falls size and speed showed up last night.
They came into play. And the wide receivers there, look out. If you're a team that's listening to us, if you're playing Beaver Falls next week, wide receiver
Singletary.
101.
Yep, you will know that game. And
the surprise.
The surprise.
You and I are staring at the screen freaking out. Riverside. Yeah. Riverside goes in and defeats a Freedom team that we saw. They're big. They're bigger than us. And Riverside got in there. They fell behind early to Freedom, but they answered real quickly, and all of a sudden, 3 touchdowns in a row, 21-7 lead. They win on and or go on and win that game 28-21. Then there's Neshannock. Freedom with that loss falls to
in conference, and I think they're taking 4 teams, right?
5 teams.
Or 5 teams.
5 teams.
5 teams to make the playoffs. So, boy, you start talking about these conference games being so important. And Brad, that's why you line up and play. Because if you'd have asked me yesterday, where's the standings going to be, you'd say, well, you'd have Beaver Falls, you would have Neshannock, you would have Freedom, and then probably Western Beaver. And all of a sudden now you have Riverside into that mix. You got to line up and play. Keys to victory, Brad, what do you got?
Yeah, I got back to the basics. We kind of went away from the basics against Freedom. Let's go back to basics. Let's start trying to run the ball a little bit, but then also get that quick little tight end, wide receiver right over the middle slant. Go back to the basics. Saturday heat. None of it today.
Nope.
That's going to help us out. And we're going to talk about the 3 and out. Let's finish the drive. But on the same token, on defense as well.
We got the run up and kick by Caitlin Kreitzer. And
Western Beaver won the coin toss.
We know that. Okay, they won the toss. Okay. And with the return up to the 31-yard line, and we are kind of tight for space. We're going to do the best we can as far as reading things up here on the rooftop and some things blowing. So if we're a little slow on names today, we do apologize. We're going to do the best we can. But the Golden Beavers now come out 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. So he'll start out in the shotgun is number 4, Lefebvre. And he goes back to pass. He's going to go deep on his first play of the game down there. Got number 1 wide open, and there he goes. He's at 20, 15, 10, 5. Just like that, 15 seconds into the game, Mikey Crawford with the 63-yard catch. Wow, he was gone. It just got behind the Ellwood City of a 67-yard Lefebvre to Crawford. And just like that, the Wolverines find themselves down 6-0. And if you're Coach Bradley, that's not how you wanted to see the first offensive drive.
No, it
for
is
the Golden
not.
Beavers go. And
talk about efficiency and talk about that 3 and out. Not even there.
yeah,
One play.
You didn't need 3 to get out of that one. Appears they'll be going for 2.
Yep, looks like we're going for 2. Quarterback keeper.
Around that left side, and he's going to find his way into the end zone. The score is 8-0, 11:44 remaining in this first quarter. Wow, talk about a kick in the gut. The Wolverines got it on that one. And on that touchdown play, it was all pass. I mean, there was a fake handoff, and then it was off to the races. They had 3 wide receivers over 25 yards down the play.
Right.
And that pass, he probably threw from the 25, I'm going to say, Brad. He caught it.
It was
that was
right
about
in
45,
stride,
50-yard pass in the air.
And something that we wanted to hear today is the Notre Dame fight song. But if you have heard it over our headsets, Western Beavers fight song is also the Notre Dame fight song. So we're going to hear it a lot today. I know you and I are just like, no comment.
Yeah, okay. So all of our Notre Dame fans should be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Those that aren't Notre Dame fans, well, we'll just keep quiet.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yes.
also, we have the luxury today of being placed right beneath the PA system.
Yeah.
So if you're getting some noise from that, but hey, we joke, but the athletic director down here, and I don't have his name. He got back to
I
us
want to say it
very
was
quick.
Dan something. I'll have to look up for halftime.
So number 25 kicking off for
back to kick off for Western Beaver.
Paxton Short. Back to receive is Elijah Palmer McCain. Driving kick taken there by number 5 at the 22-yard line. He got a hole up the middle, loses his feet, but gets a 42-yard out to the 42-yard line. And that was Daylon Curry, the freshman, returning that ball about 26 yards. So Wolverines with their now first possession, ball just inside the 41-yard line of Ellwood City.
Ellwood takes over on the 41.
The tackle there on that kickoff was by number 7, Glorian McDaniel.
So the Wolverines now out with offense. Chris Smiley, he's going back to pass. Heavy pressure, but finds Curie underneath. He makes a nifty move, tackled by number 5, Tyson Florence, but a nice pickup of, we're going to give him about 6 yards on that pass play from Smiley to Curie.
And
Chris Smiley, he's 35 of 75. Some issues on the interception side of things. He's passed for 519 yards, but the young sophomore, and we saw it again on that play, he sits in that pocket. He will take a hit.
Yes. And right off the bat, there's one of our keys to the game, that quick little slant over the middle.
Three wide outs to the left, but we had movement by the Wolverines. They're going to mark that off 5 yards.
Penalty on.
Just Brad, do we have a play clock? I don't
see it.
one.
I don't think we have play clock, so it'll be on the back line judge officially.
Just wanted to check that. So on this 2nd and 5-yard penalty, going to make it a 2nd and 9. Smiley in the shotgun, 3 wide outs to the left. Handoff there to Elijah. A little bit of a hole. Makes the first man miss. Gets back about 5 yards.
Palmer McCain
Did Elijah.
for a 5-yard gain.
They're going to give him 5 yards. Going to bring it to 3rd down and 3.
3rd and 4. Ball on the 46.
On the 46-yard line. They're going to say 3rd and 4. Wolverines need to convert 3rd downs. It's been maybe an issue in the first 3 games of this season.
And I mean, they got that flag yardage back, but they got to get more here.
Smiley under center this time.
Oh,
Oh,
there
we
you
got
go.
movement there. We'll take that. We'll take a first down any way we can get it. And if it's via penalty, which appears this is going to be,
Should be a first down.
I believe we got neutral zone infraction. Mark it off 5 yards, and that will be enough for an Ellwood City first down.
Western Beaver is flagged for jumping the snap. First down, Ellwood City.
So Wolverines find themselves in the Golden Beavers territory for the first time today. Well, this is their first drive. So ball on the 48-yard line. Smiley going back to pass. Under pressure, but finds Curie underneath, and he's hit hard, and the ball was dropped. And credit Mikey Crawford with the hit, and Curie really didn't have a chance to get that ball.
Curry is
A
tackled
good
by
defensive
Mikey
play there,
Crawford, no gain.
I would say, Brad. Timed that hit and knocked the ball loose. So
Yeah.
the incomplete pass. I was kind of glad to see Curie get up.
Yeah, that one right there. I like that play that right over the middle. But
Yeah, but boy, they're
you've
not.
got a linebacker
they're,
who's sitting there on it.
And you got 3 linemen in Chris Smiley's face.
Yeah, that too.
He's having no time at all in the early goings of this contest. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Sidecar to Smiley's left. The big guy gets up there. Number 87, Hobel with the catch. They're finding some opening spaces there.
Yep.
In the middle of that field.
Pass caught by number 87, Sean Howell.
Credit number
So,
4 with the tackle.
Number 4 gets the tackle. Lefebvre.
3rd and 1, ball on the 39.
That's a big. What was that? That was 9 yards.
Yep, a 9-yard
Okay.
pickup. I hope I'm saying that name right. If you hear the announcer say it, Dakota,
Will do.
if I miss it. So on this 3rd and 1, Wolverines 1 for 1 on 3rd down conversions early on.
QB
Smiley
sneak, first
gets the
down.
sneak. That's all we got a flag coming in.
Oh boy.
And boy, you don't think of a hold on that type of play. But it's from the side judge.
Quarterback sneak gets the first down, but there are flags.
It is a first down, but we'll wait to see what the penalty is.
Oh, they're gonna say
Sideline
against.
warning against
A
Western
sideline
Beaver.
Oh,
warning.
okay.
Just a warning.
Ellwood City will
Yep.
take a
So they
first
got
down.
that out of the way. And
Officially to the 42. Or sorry, 30, 37. I can't
37, yes. So 1st and 10, Wolverines now 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. 9:12 remaining. So under center now. There's a handoff to Elijah around
He's
that
got a
right side.
hole.
He's up that right side. He's got one man to beat, and he's taken out of bounds. Saving tackle there
Number
by
1.
Crawford. But they're going to spot that ball.
Looks like the
Oliver
16.
Kane is tackled
A
by Mikey
21-yard,
Crawford after gain.
Yeah,
Gain.
21 yards.
For the leading rusher for Ellwood City,
Gain of
Elijah
about
Palmer
20,
McCain.
1st and 10.
So it'll be 1st and 10, ball at the 16-yard line. A nice drive here by the Wolverines, mixing in some run and pass.
Yes.
I formation now, everything in tight, Smiley under center. Hands off to Elijah, not that time. Wrapped up in the backfield by about 2 or 3 different
Oliver Kane is tackled in the backfield for a short loss.
for a short loss. Number 28, Dalton Summers,
Tackled by
5'9",
number
170,
28,
was
Dalton
in there
Summers.
to make the first initial hit. Loss of 1 on the play. And I know we're only 7-8 offensive plays into this drive, Brad, but I think we're maybe seeing a trend that the Wolverines are going to want to keep things spread out.
Yep.
Smiley's not getting a lot of time, but he's getting the ball off.
They're filming.
Under center, man, they're coming.
Yes, they
And
are
they did.
filming.
Wow. That was Palmer McCain again. And wow, the Golden Beavers had more gaps filled
Yeah.
than there were gaps available to fill in that play.
I'm going to say number 50, I believe, with the tackle.
Tackled by number 64.
Oh, 64. I'm sorry.
64 is Jackson Liller, sophomore, 5'9", 205. And gain of about, he got positive yardage on the play, about a yard. Going to call it 3rd and 9.
2 down territory, no doubt.
Yep, you're in your ball on the 15. Wolverines have converted 2 3rd downs on this drive.
3 wide receivers. 2 on the close side.
Smiley back, wants to do it. Got a little bit of time this time. Pulls up in the pocket, and he loses the ball into the hands. Oh my, of number 58.
Pass broken up, recovered by number 50, Drew Mitchell.
Number 50,
A turnover
Drew
for
Mitchell.
Western Beaver.
And I think in the books it would go as an interception because as Smiley got hit, the ball went forward and right into the breadbasket of number 50, Drew Mitchell. Wow, 1st and 10, Golden Beavers from the 20-yard line. That was tough. And that time, he had a little bit of time, but I'll call that a secondary sack, because everybody was covered down the field. Now Lefebvre, hands off, up that right side he goes, huge hole, makes the man miss, rolls his way forward, gets out to the 39-yard line, a pickup of 19 on that play.
Tyler Florence takes the ball.
That was Tyler Florence.
I saw number 20 and Gavin Partridge, I believe.
Gavin Partridge in there, as well as Jackson Kerr, to slow him down, but not after a 19-yard gain. Wow. The Golden Beavers had 2 offensive plays, one for 68 and one for 3 wideouts to the left, one to the right. There's the pitch. Out to number 5 around that left side. He's showing his speed. He's going to get close to and falls his way forward. Second lunge. Got him another 2 yards. He went from the 30 down to the 45-yard line. Pickup of 15 for Florence.
I believe number 8.
Jackson Kerr with the tackle. So 1st and 10. Really, right now, the Golden Beavers doing whatever they want to do on offense. 2 to the right, 1 dispatch to the left. Lefebvre in the shotgun. He goes back to pass this time. The righty. He wants to keep the ball, tucks it and run, and goes out of bounds at about the 48-yard line.
Beaver takes the ball.
I believe Walters was there to push him out of bounds.
That'll bring up a 2nd and 3 for Western
So a
Beaver
2nd and 3
at the 47-yard line.
from the 47-yard line now, and the Wolverines defense is just they're not running up the middle much, Brad.
No,
everybody's
they are
going
not.
left or right. Got 3, like what do you call that kind of package? 3 there, but goes the other way. Is a Beaver turns that edge up that left side. He goes. He makes another man miss. He's all the way down to the 28-yard line. Pushed out of bounds there by Brighton Mariacker, but that gain was
Florence takes the ball,
the 47 all the way down where they spot the ball.
33.
Okay, didn't go quite as far. Must have stepped out a little bit before, but still a gain of 14.
I was going to say, that's like 2 or 3 runs now, 10-plus yards.
Yes,
Just chunk yardage left and right.
And they're stacking up like the short side now.
Yep.
You got 3, and then they come the other way. This time they got it sniffed out, but number 5, he's just too quick. Makes something out of nothing and gets it down to the 28-yard line. The Wolverines need to watch this number 5, Tyson Florence. He does not go out of bounds.
No, he does
He'll
not.
dance there at the line, and he's going to get a couple more yards each time. Pickup of 8 this time. And actually, I think that's like the shortest run they've had tonight. This afternoon was 8 yards. 2nd and 2 now. The Golden Beavers in the shotgun is the Lefebvre. Little mixed direction turnaround there. Handoff this time to number 1, Miles Crawford.
Mikey Crawford takes the ball, tackled by number 17.
Mariacker
72
in there. Was in there for the stop.
That'll be a Western Beaver
As
first
was
down.
Grinnin, 72.
Yep.
72. Okay.
Grin
I
officially,
thought
yep.
there was another one. So
another first down.
another first down. You got the
Yep.
front lineman up there is O'Brien. Blake Foreman's find himself in that nose tackle position along with number 72, Ryder Grinnin. So that was enough for a first down. Quick handoff, little counter.
Yep.
And around
Trickery
the side,
here.
number 1 goes, and he's going to find the edge. Gets all the way down to about the 6-yard line was Mikey Crawford, and number 3 for the Wolverines with the tackle.
Mikey Crawford takes
Zach
the ball to the
Wiley.
outside on a reverse.
And official timeout, Mikey Crawford is still down.
Okay. So, yes, Crawford, the runner on that last play, is down on 2 knees and getting looked at by the trainer. But the the Golden Beavers now will have the ball first and goal at about the 6-yard line. 4:54 remaining here in this first quarter. So on this injury timeout, and we talked about the games last night. We can talk a little bit this past week in sports. The girls volleyball went 1-1 this week. They lost a home match 3-1 to Laurel. It was competitive all the way through. Pretty good Laurel team. And then Thursday night, they took care of things down at Beaver. JV won 2-0.
Beaver Falls.
Or Beaver Falls, I'm sorry. And the varsity handled things 3-0. Golf, Brad?
Yep, golf went, and unfortunately they did split as well. The reason why I say it's unfortunate is a 2-stroke loss in the Neshannock, 215 to 217. Unfortunately, eliminates them from playoff contention. There was 3 teams remaining: Mohawk, Neshannock, and Ellwood. Mohawk went and defeated Shenango, and all that Ellwood had to do was beat Neshannock, and unfortunately it didn't happen. That solidified it. But they did bounce back. They sent off Grady Smith and Maddie McCummins, the 2 seniors for the golf team, on Thursday. A Laurel team that has been really competitive as well defeated them 207-221. So Ellwood does finish the year 8-5, 7-5 in conference play. But more importantly, next Monday, I tell you what, good luck, head coach Stanton Perry, assistant coach Bill Baker, as well as coach Dave Bramer. All 3 are going to be in 3 different places. One's got the Tam O'Shanter Invitational, one's got Jordan Keller at Whippeal playoffs, and then the other one has Maddie McCummins at a playoff matchup.
Oh, there we go. Good. So good to see. We're going to have some activity in the playoffs. Mikey Crawford coming off the field on his own power.
Helmet's off, but he, like you said,
off.
I have a feeling he was hit somewhere in that shoulder. He keeps grabbing the shoulder
a little bit of
in that elbow
walking
area.
Right, doing good that way. But
I don't think we'll have any issue seeing him back in this game shortly. He's been running pretty good.
He's been a pretty good receiver
Yep.
for them. Okay, here we back on this first and goal from the 6. Lefevre around that right side looking for somebody, and he found his man, number 13, for the touchdown. That is Levi Gray with a 6-yard touchdown catch. Lefevre to Gray makes the score 14-0. Extra point appears to be a 2-point conversion coming. Real quick, Brad, that front line, number 70, Skylar Silver, 6'1", 270, and he's not fat. He's just big on that front line. There's the kick, and
no good
that is no good. So, with 4:47 remaining here in this first quarter, the Wolverines find themselves down 14-0. Let's take a quick break.
All right, folks, welcome back here. 4:47 first quarter, 14-0. The Western Beaver, Golden Beavers up early on Wolverines. Wolverines did have one drive so far where they got 3 first downs, but again, cannot capitalize. And on the flip side, that turnover there, Golden Beavers go down, march over 70-plus yards.
80 yards. They started on the 20.
Yep, and
80
it's
yards,
14-0.
and they combined the run and the pass. There's the kick, and taken there by Elijah Palmer McCain at the 18-yard line, comes up the middle. He's got a seam, makes the first wave miss, picking his way through. He's going to get all the way out to the 45-yard line. Number 13 with the tackle, Levi Gray. So 45 minus 18. That was that length of that return.
Yeah, because he actually took that to 20, so it was about a 25-yard gain.
Yep.
How about that?
There we go. So now the Wolverines now with their second possession here of the game. Like you said, Brad, converted 3 third downs in that first drive, but just came up short and ended up turning the ball over.
And
I think Coach
Timeout.
Bradley
Ellwood.
needs to take a timeout.
Yeah, and if I'd be a coach, I would be yelling in
And
somebody's
that
ear.
would be actually that was a
That's beyond frustrating. That is a package miscue that somebody
yes,
didn't
it
sub in
was.
properly.
Yes, it is.
You cannot have that in the first half. Oh, that's kind of cool. They put the timeout length up on the scoreboard. It's kind of cool. It's also kind of frustrating because I don't know what the actual time is. I think it's 4:37.
I want to think you're close to that.
Oh, my. Let's see what else. Soccer, unfortunately, lost this week to Mohawk. It was 9-0. I got a couple pictures from that match after the soccer match. That was a rainy day. I went from a rainy golf course at Del Mar over to Steeple Park. It was rain all over the place.
Really?
Let's see what else.
But I noticed
That
you
was
didn't melt
what,
away.
Thursday?
Yeah, you're right. I did not melt away. You're right. You're right.
Right.
All right, now they're waiting for the clock to switch
I know.
back.
Now we're waiting for the clock to
Yep.
switch back. Go
Yep.
figure.
4:37, Brad.
And actually, he put a couple back on.
All
So
right.
now the Wolverines 1st and 10 from their 45-yard line. Smiley in the shotgun, and here comes the Golden Beavers up the middle. They're just bouncing everything. Wow.
Oh, boy.
All the way back to the 35-yard line for that. And right now, it's a clinic on what
Yes.
the defense is doing. They're sending 7, 8 guys. And unfortunately for the Wolverines, they're not getting open.
Summers and Aaron Smith
Aaron Smith
for a
And
loss of
Summers.
about
and
9.
Summers in there for a loss of 9.
So 28
And they are
and
just
3.
pushing around.
And you don't want that either out of a timeout. I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
They're a
it's
loss
going to
of
bring
8.
up a 2nd and 18 now.
Not a good start here on this drive for sure.
No, it's
Although
not.
they've got a good kickoff return.
Yep.
Don't want to waste
You
it.
like that field position. Smiley now back. Got some time this time. Throws it out there. Just a, look at a
we're
flag.
gonna have a flag
and
on
I
this one.
think we might have a late hit.
I think we are.
Smiley took one there, but he bounced up. But we'll wait to see
I think
what
you're going
the
to see rough
folks
in
in
the pass.
stripes say. I think
They're talking to Dan Bradley, so it looks like this is going to be against Western Beaver for sure. And he just pointed, let's push him.
yes.
There you go, Thad.
Yep, that is a personal foul against the Golden Beavers.
Personal foul
And it
against
is going to
Western
be
Beaver.
of the 15-yard persuasion. So it's going to take the ball all the way into the Golden Beavers territory at about the 48-yard line. And that we're hearing some of the coaches down to our right, and they are correct. It is not a first down,
Right.
because it was a second. It was sitting there at 2nd and 18. So now it should be about 2nd and 3. They're going to say 4 for the Wolverines. Smiley. And now we got a flag. And I'm not sure. The coach from the Golden Beavers was in one of the officials' ears. I think they're going to give him our.
Is this going to be a sideline warning
I think
again?
so. I think that guy.
And if it's a sideline warning, I
that will
think
give us the first
it's
down.
the second one, so it's going to be a first down, yeah. Here's the thing. The officials got to have space. If they run up and down and they get hit, it's a penalty.
Yep, sideline penalty. That's the second one. So that time it'll be 5 yards, and that is enough now for the Ellwood City first down. And I think that was a sideline can be the coach, not just the
Right, it can
players.
be anybody on that sideline.
Quick handoff there to Palmer McCain, but they saved disaster there with the low snap. Smiley got it to Palmer McCain's hands, but a loss of 3 on the play. Really right now for this drive for the Wolverines, they got about 20 yards in penalties for the good,
The backfield for
and I don't think they didn't gain any yards yet. So a loss of 2 on the play. Going to bring up. So they're smiling. Handoff to Palmer McCain. He gets back to about the original line of scrimmage, maybe another yard. Give him 3 on the play.
Carries up the middle.
So
It's
it's
Daniel Beaver.
should be 3rd down. Yes, it is. And a long 9. Ball resting on the 42-yard line. So there's Smiley, handoff to McCain, and nothing going there. Really nothing able to work on that right side for the Wolverines right now. For Palmer McCain gets a 1 yard, going to bring up a 4th down and 8.
Taken down by Jackson Mueller.
Jackson Wooler.
I believe so, yes.
64.
Okay, number 64.
Yep.
Jackson
Liller.
Liller. There we go. All right, on this 4th down, Wolverines appear to be going for it. 1 wide out to the right, 1 to the left, sidecar. Going to go back to pass. Oh, big time hit. Wow, he had no time at all. No time at all. Aaron Smith just was in Smiley's face. He got there about a half a second by the time Smiley got the ball. Smiley does get rid of the ball. Ball falls incomplete. Turnover on downs now. The Golden Beavers now take over with possession with 1:35 remaining in this first quarter with a comfortable 14-0 lead. Really, it's been all Golden Beavers here in this first quarter. The first shot for the Wolverines, they took it about 55 yards, I want to say.
Got down to the 15-yard line
and
even.
then really not much happening there since.
It's going to be another timeout, Ellwood City.
So Ellwood City now with their second timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. Welcome back, folks. As we got 1:35, the Wolverines just used their second timeout. They have 1 remaining. So Western Beaver now taking over, be their 3rd possession of the game at the 41-yard line. The Fibra handoff there to number 5 around that right side. A nice tackle there. That was Partridge in there making a great tackle on number 5, Tyson Florence.
He actually lost a yard, I believe. Yes, he did. That's the very first play that's negative.
We've had have a loss. And
yeah, because right now
it's good to see Gavin come in from that cornerback safety position where he's on. He read it right and took the angle away because they've been able to run that right side with effectiveness.
Right now, your 2 quarterbacks on each side would be Gavin Partridge and Declan Gray. They're going to have to read left or right for sure.
Yep, now this time, number 4 with the ball this time. He's going to keep it around the left side, makes the man miss. There's going to be a flag come in there.
Yeah. I think you're going to get a hold, either a hold or a block in the back. And it was against Declan Gray was going to blow it up, but I have a feeling there's a hold there.
And I think you brought up a good point there now. Is you got Gray and Partridge.
They're going to have to
what
say
they've done
left,
these first 2
right,
drives
left,
and
right.
try to get in there.
It's like the famous movie Twister when they're dodging all the debris. Left, right, left, right. I know, coming out of nowhere. All I can think is somebody's going to have to yell left.
Hold on
go
Western
left.
Beaver.
Okay, He's tired of us talking about movies. There's a hold on Western
No,
Beaver.
I'm just listening to what the announcer
Good,
says
thank
so
you.
that
I'm
way
glad,
we catch up.
I'm glad somebody is. Dakota with the call. So that 10-yard penalty is going to take it all the way back to the 29-yard line. 42 seconds remaining in this first quarter. So it's second and a bunch.
And I know,
20.
I know you're down
plus.
14-0, but this is huge right now. If
Yes,
you
it
hold him
is.
and get the ball back in the second quarter.
Yep. If he were back, little dump down in
Oh,
there
boy.
to number 5. He finds it. See him up that right side. He goes. Got a man to beat. He makes it, and he steps out of bounds. But he's going to have enough for the first down. And I tell you what, that young man was 1-2 inches away from 40 yards of grass in front of him, and nobody there.
I don't. You're going to have to change your defensive play here. You're going to have somebody literally keyed on number 5, period. I don't know why that adjustment hasn't been made yet. Have to make it.
So 1st and 10 now for the Beavers with 20 seconds. He ran out of bounds, so that's to stop the ball. They have the ball inside Wolverine territory at the 49-yard line. 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. 1st and 10. The Beaver. He's going to keep it this time. Around that left side he goes, tucks the ball, and he gets pushed out of bounds after about a 5-yard gain.
I'm going to say number 15 with the push out of bounds.
And Declan Gray led the charge on that. So 10 seconds remaining in this fast-moving first quarter. Going to be 2nd and 5. So on this 2nd and 5, shotgun formation, a little different formation we've not seen a lot. There's a pitch to number 3. He coming around that right side, and he makes a man miss, taking his way forward, takes it all the way down to the 37-yard line. Number 55
Yes.
with the tackle. That was Maddox Singer, gets him out of bounds, but not after about a 6-yard gain. So that's going to be a 1st and 10 now for Western Beaver at the 36-yard line. This last 40 seconds of this quarter's taking longer than the first.
And I was standing here
11
saying,
minutes of it.
and I was standing saying here, you could possibly get the ball back in the second quarter with good field, and
Yep.
it didn't
And
happen.
Here's the Beaver. He's back to going to tuck the ball in that left hand. Good pursuit this time by the Wolverines. Strung that play out the way they've needed to do it all day, and they finally get it done.
Mariocker with the tackle.
Mariocker, yes, in there with a tackle. But credit O'Brien in there for blowing it up. Maddox Singer was in there. Made things happen. That's the end of the first quarter. The Western Beaver, Golden Beavers, 14, Ellwood City 0. We'll take a quick timeout. Welcome back, folks, as we start this second quarter of action. Western Beaver really commanding here in that first quarter, and they have the ball now, marching 2nd and 12 from their 38-yard line. Back to pass. Lefevre out there. Gets his man. Nice stick it. Tackle. Gavin Partridge. Good play, Gavin Partridge. He read that the way you should. And takes, who was the receiver?
Number 3.
Tackle by Curry.
Aaron Smith.
Tackle was not by Curry.
No.
Tackle was by Gavin
Gavin
Partridge.
Partridge. So,
6-5, so 6 minus 1.
okay,
Western,
so now, go ahead, Brad.
Yep, I was going to say Western Beaver in that first quarter, 180 yards to just 38 for the Wolverines. And the first downs just keep piling up. They're up already
And how many yards
on
passing
7.
was that of that 180?
Of that
curious,
180
you had
passing
68
wise?
on one.
Yeah, it's going to be at least 80-something plus.
Probably. Okay, back Lefevre on this third down. Dumps it ball down there to number 5. And a nice save and tackle there from getting a first down was Declan Gray.
Florence takes the ball.
So Tyler Florence with that catch picks up, what was it? Only picks up about 6 yards. He needed 8 for the first down. So we got a 4th down now for
A long 2.
the Golden Beavers. Yes, I'm going to say
about 2 yards.
a long 2. We've seen him go left. We've seen him go right. We haven't seen him go up the middle very much. 2 wide outs to the short side left, 1 dispatch to the right.
Number 5. Yep,
There's a
keeper.
handoff, number 4. Lefevre up, and he's going to get the first down and probably a little bit more. Bottom of the pile was O'Brien and Gagrick, but that was enough for the Western Beaver first down. Ball now on the 23-yard line.
Clock should be running. It was a first down. The clock should be running.
And they got him set, so they don't have anything to do tonight, Brad. You want to watch the end of the Michigan game.
Yeah, right?
so, okay, now shotgun formation now on this 1st and 10. Sends a man in motion. Don't see him do a lot of that to this point in the game. Back to pass. Number 13 makes
Nice
the catch.
cut by
nice
13.
cut by number 13. Levi Gray that time, and he was brought down by number 24.
Yep.
Tackle by number 24, Lennon Lloyd.
Lennon Lloyd with the tackle. Is it inside? Yep, that was enough first down. So that's a 1st and goal. And the Wolverines said that time, Lefevre just telegraphed that pass the whole way.
And give
He
credit
knew
to the
where it
wide
was going.
receiver. Wow,
Yep.
he had a good
Yep.
cut to the middle.
A good cut and made it happen. Did Gray. So switching things around here on the offense. So you got the hand up. They did get to play off. Number 5 around that right side makes. Oh, great tackle there. He tried to juke him out. Partridge is making his presence known here today and makes a stop for a loss of about, I'm going to call about 4 yards.
Yeah.
And Florence has been so impressive with his speed, and I think Gavin has maybe figured that out a little
I was
bit
gonna say,
and
yeah.
said we got to close in. And Florence
Kinda
tried a little
matching him.
juke and jive, but Gavin was not fooled. Gavin Partridge was
Yep.
not fooled on that play.
And how about that? It's going to
So-
force the Beavers to take a
Yep,
timeout.
on that 2nd and goal. And it's on the 13-yard line, that's going to be the Western Beavers' first timeout. Hey, the band festival was supposed to be this past Wednesday, and the monsoon rain that they said was coming that ended up being about a 1/4 of an inch. Anyway, the weatherman still gets paid. But anyway, they canceled that, and it is going to be this Wednesday night.
This
Where is
Wednesday,
that
the
at, Dakota?
28th. I don't know where it's
Taggart
at.
Stadium.
Taggart Stadium.
Taggart
Newcastle.
Stadium in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Go check out all the Lawrence County bands. Be a great night. Support Ellwood City Blue Band as well as all the other bands. See all the halftime shows at one time.
If you can't make it, Lawrence County
Lawrence County
Sportsnet
Sports
is covering it.
Yep, our friends there, Dotson and the crew,
Yep.
will be covering that. So, yes. good
And while
point.
we're talking about broadcasting, our next broadcast should be Tuesday, volleyball
Yes,
Beaver
I'm
at
good
home.
for Tuesday.
Okay, are you good for Tuesday?
That'll be a
We'll
game,
say yes.
That'll be a game time decision. So
I just need to find a cameraman for Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's all.
you might be talking a lot, as you might be by yourself. It's that time of year. I'm sorry, guys. If it's raining, I'll be there. If it's not,
So we need
I
to do
know I
rain
won't be there
dance.
for JV, but I'll
Okay.
try to make it for varsity.
All
We
right.
need a rain dance. That's what we need.
No, I want to
No,
get.
I know what you
wanna get
want.
the
I know
crops
what you want.
harvested.
I don't
We'll
blame
get to
you.
that in a minute. So, but 9:02 remaining out of that first timeout, was it not?
Yep.
Yes.
By Western Beaver.
Yep, 2 timeouts
On
remaining.
the 2nd and 13. Everyone down tight. Back to pass to the Fever. Got his man down there wide open, but he overshot him. Overshot number 13, Levi Gray, just a bit outside. And ball falls incomplete. Going to bring up a 3rd down.
You waited about 4 or 5 games to say just a little bit outside.
Yeah, Major League was on there a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago.
it was.
I saw it.
We probably were watching at the same time. How
Yep.
about that?
Mr. Euchre. He's been doing it a long time up there in Milwaukee. He's so good that they put him in a movie
I was gonna
a
say.
couple times. So 8:55 remaining on this it's 3rd and goal from the 13-yard line. So big play here for the Wolverines defense to try to keep this to 2 scores.
And more
I
importantly,
really do think we're in 2-down
I was
territory
gonna say,
if you're
you
Western
nailed
Beaver
it.
right now.
It's going to be 2
They
downs.
got to get this play off. We got delay a game.
Yep.
Get them knocking back 5 more yards. You know, we don't have the clock here, but you come the side judge over there?
Yep.
And so
Yeah,
going to
you can
mark
see
him back
that on
5
the
years.
camera too.
Yeah, he
I
was
got
waving
him.
pretty good. So now it's going to bring up a 3rd and goal from the 18-yard line. The Faber in that shotgun. Rolls back. Got some time. Dumps it out there. Big hit by number 15 of the Wolverines. And that is Declan Gray stopping number 3, Aaron Smith, in his tracks.
And actually, that was a loss of 2.
Yeah, actually got a loss on the play.
Yeah, he
So,
lost.
As good as Western Beaver's been doing here, the Wolverines defense.
One play,
Now-
and give credit to the Wolverines defense here. If they can get off the field here, this would be a huge stop for
It
them.
would be huge. It would be huge. So 1 wide out to the left, 1 to the right.
I'm assuming
seconds
quarterback's
left.
just going to roll out and just chuck it up.
I believe set 2, 4, and 3. Got the play off. Back to pass. He has some time. Throws it down the middle. Oh, just a little too tall out of the outstretched hands of number 5, Tyson Florence. So close, because that would have been just right at the goal line. Big defensive
Huge.
stand there for the Wolverines.
First down for Ellwood City at the
Stopping
21-yard
that. That's going to be a
line.
turnover on downs. Wolverines will now possess the ball at their 21-yard line. 8:01 remaining in this 2nd quarter.
And it's definitely not the play of the game overall, but it's the play of the first half for the Wolverines. This is going to define what's going to happen.
That series. I mean, to keep
Yeah.
this now the key, Brad, and you will agree.
Get first downs.
Is
the
answer
ball.
that. Your defense got you, held you in there.
Yep.
So there's Gray back to, or Smiley
He's
back
got
to
him.
pass. And,
Oh, boy.
Oh, intercepted?
Yep, they're going to say
Interception.
Son of
interception.
a
Number
gun.
13.
Number 13, Levi Gray. He's having a game.
That'll be a Western Beaver first down.
And once again, Smiley was just under so much pressure. And I think he got that ball lollipopped up there because he couldn't even, the defender for Western Beaver was so much in his face that he couldn't really
Yep.
get the ball launched like he wanted to. And that ball hung up there like a punt. And Levi Gray, we got 2 Grays, one for Ellwood, one for Western Beaver. Levi on this one for Western Beaver gets the interception at and they'll have the ball at the 30.
And I think we're going to have a
3-yard
timeout now,
line.
Elwood. Jeez.
Elwood City, their 3rd and final
Oh, boy.
timeout with 7:54 remaining. Next broadcast, as you said, will be Tuesday night, girls volleyball, and then
Beaver.
next Friday night we will be at the Mohawk Warriors. Am I correct on that?
Yes.
Yes.
So
At Mohawk.
we will be at the Warriors at Mohawk.
I can
and,
guarantee
their
you there will
press
be
box.
internet issues there as well.
Yep,
So
there
be
will
careful
be.
with that one.
As we said earlier, we started the broadcast, folks. If you're having trouble and you drop
Yep.
signal, just be sure to hit that refresh button.
Yeah, so far we're okay.
We've been good, according
I
to
wasn't going to say
people that
anything.
can.
Yeah, so far
to the
we're
people that
okay.
can tell colors, they say it's the right color. So that's just supposed to be. But boy, we'll have all the halftime stats here, and of course, I tell you, we saw the Western Beaver. Not a big band, but nice sound.
Yes.
Had
Yes,
a very
the drum
nice,
line for them
nice
has always
sound
been good.
and a good drum line. So enjoy the
You
halftime
may be able to
shows.
pick them up a little bit from our mics right now because they're just off to
Yeah,
our left
right to
here.
the left.
Yep, they're off to the left.
And I think
so,
what's our band? Off to the right?
Yeah,
left and
little-
to
right.
the left, to
To
the
the
right.
right. Sit
Okay,
down,
enough
five,
of
five,
that.
five.
Here we go.
Don't start me on
this
band
first
chairs.
and 10 out of the timeout by Ellwood City. There's a pitch to number 5, Tyson.
Good
Waves
cut.
his way around there, makes the cut, gets it down to the 30-yard line.
Pass. Toss to Florence for a 3-yard gain.
I'm going to say either
Tackle by
number
55.
55 with the tackle.
55,
Maddox
Maddox Singer with the tackle.
Mariacker was in there as well.
This is something I know, Thad, that you may not see this on a screen or something like that. But one of the things that I've seen recently is that Ellwood City has had more tackles than the opposing team. That's not always good. 'Cause that means you're having to play defense.
Right. On this 2nd and 7, the Fever with the
Keeper.
keeper. Nice takedown there. That was number 72, Ryder Grinnan in there with the stop. Minimal gain. I'll give him about 2 yards, positive yards. Going to bring up a 3rd and 5. For the Wolverines defense right now, they got the stop on the last drive of the Golden Beavers. And now we got the 3rd and 5. Another big series of plays here for the defense to keep this to a 14-0.
Five's
game.
up.
Yep, they're going to have to call timeout
Yep,
because they
yep.
didn't get up there in time.
Yep, we have the luxury of hearing to our right the Western Beaver assistant coaches up here, and they got that timeout called from up here.
I tell you what, I'm not persuading anybody, but with all these timeouts, that should maybe say something. You should probably get a play clock situation here at Western Beaver. You're burning a lot of timeouts.
Oh,
left
that
and
helps.
Right.
That does help when you
It
can look
does.
out there.
You can look to your
and
left, look
see
to your
that.
right
And say,
again.
no, we're at 12 seconds.
Right.
Man,
We're referencing left and
we're
right
going
and
to
sit
the
down,
left and
fight,
right.
fight,
I
fight.
would say you're getting me started on
we can go
stand
east,
cheers.
Can we go east and west? Just
Yeah,
to mix
there
it
we
up a
go.
little
Well,
bit?
I tell you what, for the first time in forever, another song reference, first time in forever, the sun is not in our eyes. And
Right.
this feels so good to be up here. Got a nice breeze, keep it nice and calm, but no sun in our face.
Right.
That New
Right.
Brighton game, oh
Yeah,
my goodness,
New
Dakota.
Brighton.
Whew, you suffered a little bit on that one.
I couldn't see my screen of the camera to see what I was covering.
When there's reflections on the field, the back of officials, we got problems.
Right.
All right, so game reset, 6:30 here, 14-0, Western Beaver with the ball, looking to drive after that first half or first quarter of 180 yards.
Yep.
Not much so
Yeah,
far, but
not much offense on either side of the
Yes.
ball in this second quarter. Things have tightened up a little bit. So sends a man in motion. To the right, there's a pitch to Tyson around the right side. He does a little dance, gets it down to about the 21-yard line. And I think he is going, yes, he does have
Number
enough
17 forces
for
Tyson Florence out.
the first
Pass
down.
for Western Beaver, first down.
Number
now-
3 driving him out for the Wolverines.
yeah, I think they said 3 and 17
Yeah,
officially.
Mariacker was there too.
So Wiley and
First down,
Mariacker.
ball on the 21-yard line.
So now new set of downs here for Western Beaver on this 1st and 10. That number 70 on the line for them is just a beast of a man. So the Beaver back. Wants to go to his favorite target, number 13, but he's well covered that time. Oh, man, big time hit. Oh, he's good. Oh, come on. Oh, you got to let him play. I understand it was to the head.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's gonna.
and when you do that, to
And
the-
that's one of the emphasis this year on
It's been the
high
last
school
couple
football
years,
is
and-
targeting or
and
head-to-head
Gray
helmet.
came in there and lowered the shoulder and went to the head. And even if you're close in this day and age, you're going to get flagged for that.
Yep.
And it's unfortunate because he kept them to about a 3-yard gain. And I want to give some credit. We saw number 13 go out, and it was well covered that time. It was almost like that touchdown play that he did earlier. But this time, number 70, Anthony Barbario, and Declan Gray were out there. But unfortunately, was that half the distance to the goal?
Should be.
Should, you know,
Goal at
So first and goal now from the 9-yard line. The last time Western Beaver got to this situation, they came away with no points and a turnover on downs. But this time,
It looks like we're officially saying the 8.
the 8-yard line. Okay, under center this time. Gets down low. Pitches out there to Tyson Florence. Makes him miss around the right side. Mariocker showing that speed. Gets up there and kind of a touchdown-saving tackle as Florence had a head of steam. But before he was taken out by senior Brighton Mariocker.
Number 17.
Yeah, he only gained 1 on that play.
Yeah, only gained 1. It looked like a whole lot more. They're pitching that ball so far out there.
Yep. Kind of crazy to think that when you pitch, it's almost like 6-7 yard pitch.
Yeah, when he throws it back
1
like
yard.
that. So second down now, rolling clock, 5:44 remaining. In this second quarter. Bunched out there on the keeper, the Fever around that right side, and he's going to find his way into the end zone for the 6-yard run, 7-yard run, the touchdown on the sweeper around that left side. That makes the score 20-0, extra point forthcoming. And that was just Will there. He had a great blocking by the interior line as well as the outside.
Yeah.
Paxton Short now on for the extra point. Missed the first one. They had a 2-point conversion, and that is up, and
Looks good.
it's good. Makes the score 21-0, Western Beaver. Quick timeout here. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. Paxton Short up with the kick, taken there at the 19-yard line by number 5, and he gets up to about the 38-yard line, return of a 19-yard line. Damian Curry with the return.
Daylon Curry, yep.
Daylon, I'm sorry.
Yep, he's saying Daylon.
So I missed the tackler on that.
I think number 17. It was
I
either
think
17 or 5.
And I think somebody's down for the Wolverines as well.
Yes,
They are,
on
yes.
that sideline. He's out of bounds.
And they're not stopping play. This is kind of confusing.
No,
I was going to say,
wait,
you
the
better be
official
blowing
did. The
that.
official did. The official did.
Okay, I was going to say, holy smokes. He's a little too close.
So, yes, it is Curie, but he is up, and he's walking around over there. So, game on. 5:19 remaining. Wolverines have no timeouts. Look at that.
Beaver has
Oh, shoot. They moved there that time. And I tell you what, but I mean, it's tough. It's the Western Beaver was just hunching that line, almost trying to tease them to move. And that time, Mason Walters did. So 1st and 15 now. Smiley handoff there to, spun down. Taken from the side, from behind. And it was number 28, I believe.
Yes, looks like it.
Dalton Summers, the junior, 5'9", 170 pound, got second down. Elijah picked up about, we'll give him 1.5 yards, 2 yards on that play. So 2nd and long. We've said that too many times here today, Brad.
Yep. And that's kind of set the tone. Wolverines' offense not moving. Beavers just up and down over 200 yards of offense in this one so far.
Right. And one huge play of, what was that, 68?
Yep, 67 yards officially on that first
so Smiley
drive.
now under center. He's under pressure. And the middle's not working because right now the Beavers are just plugging up that middle so tight. Did gain a couple on the play, about 4. He's going to bring up 3rd down and 10.
64.
Forward McCain runs for a short gain, tackled by the entire Western Beaver off defensive line.
It was easier to say entire
I had
line.
64, but same difference.
You're the stat guy. You got to put some. There's not a line for everybody, is there?
Jackson Lewis. Yeah, there's not a line for everybody. No. I should put that in there. 0-0. Everyone.
So on this 3rd and 10, Smiley in the shotgun. He had a sidecar to
Hands
his
up.
left, side to his right. They got to get this play off.
Got to get it off. Yeah, that's 5 seconds. It's 3.
Yep, they did that time. Quick pass out there to number 2, and he makes him dives up over, picks up about 5 yards.
Takes the pass.
It was Palmer McCain
Tackled by Florence.
Number 5 with the tackle.
That'll bring up
and
3rd.
Florence with the tackle. I should be 4th down.
That'll
Yes,
bring up 4th down.
yes. Now 4th down. The Wolverines will be there first. This is the first punt we've seen today, isn't
Well,
it?
I was going to say on top of it, nice yardage, 6 yards, but once again, take
You
a
need a 10.
penalty
You
and
need a
you
10.
go backwards.
Okay, now Declan Gray.
Nobody is back for Western Beaver, just an FYI.
Nope. A little bit of a low snap. There's
Oh,
a
that's
dump,
why.
and they
Fake
tried to
pass.
fake, but it's intercepted.
Oh.
Intercepted. Good googly moogly. Intercepted
50.
by
His
number
second
50,
today.
Drew Mitchell.
Western Beaver first down.
His second breadbasket interception. And you almost seemed like Western Beaver knew something was going to be happening. And wow.
No.
So the ball's with the 3rd interception of the day, the 3rd turnover of the day. Albeit it was a turnover, it would have been. It's not a good situation.
No, it's just not good.
Gives them a short field. Western Beaver at their Ellwood 39-yard line. There's a handoff to Florence. Falls his way forward.
That may be the first time we saw him actually just go up the middle.
Yep.
I'm going
they've
to
not
say
done it much.
Grinnan, I believe,
And,
with
yeah,
the tackle,
Grinnan, I'm going to say the
72.
tackle.
Matt Singer and
And-
Ryder Grinnan.
Maddox Singer in there with help as well. So
That'll be a 4-yard gain. Second
pick
and
up a
6.
4, going to go with 2nd and 6. I'm pretty sure Western Beaver just has 1 timeout. The
And we
scoreboard
have 0.
says 3.
Yeah.
But I think that's something not quite right up there. There's a handoff once again, trying up the middle, makes the first wave miss, second wave miss, spun down there, luckily, by Declan Gray, but not after about a 7-yard gain.
Tackled by Declan Gray.
Florence just got through the first wave.
First down.
He had a crack, then he hit a seam, and then Declan Gray cleaned it up, but not after a 7-yard gain. 1st and 10, 2:50 remaining. Western Beaver doesn't need to rush, but they probably want to just get something done here on this drive off the interception. Florence, they're back to pass. Fine, looking for number 13. Got him down there. What a catch. What a play. That's a touchdown.
To Levi Gray.
Levi Gray, that's his third touchdown, I believe, of the day. That play went,
24 yards.
24 yards. And out there on man-to-man coverage with Zach Wiley, he just couldn't not be able to do that.
So with that score there, the Western Golden Beavers up 27-0. Extra point here by Short. Good snap, good hold. It looks like it's good. That'll make
And
the
the
score.
officials say it's good. 28-0.
Yeah.
Paxton Short.
All Western Beavers in this first half.
They're going wild. I was mentioning to Dakota, I said they should call themselves the Golden or Western Beaver Wild Beavers. That way when you have the flag WB, it could be Wild Beavers. They're going wild. You don't really sound wild today.
Yeah, I don't know. That remains up
to be
for
seen.
debate. You can do a poll question. That's what all the cool kids do, is do a poll or I don't know, do a TikTok. That's the cool thing, Wow, 28-0.
Yeah.
2:29.
And I would say 2:29, you're going to get the ball back, but no timeouts.
Just get a first down.
Just get a first down. Get a couple first downs. Let's get the halftime 28-0. Let's regroup.
Let's we can get a good return here. It'd be nice to see.
Yep.
So
halftime adjustments are going to be huge to keep this one in any way or fashion close.
But I think maybe the biggest thing here that we're seeing out of Western Beaver, and you'll have the halftime stats after you get to enjoy the halftime shows of our bands. They're doing it via the pass. They're doing it via the
Everything.
run.
Interceptions, turnovers, defense, the whole works. They got the whole package.
There's a run-up and a kick by Paxton Short. Dump end-over-end kick, takes a big bounce and loses it and falls on it alertly. It was number 24 of the Wolverines.
Lennon Lloyd.
Lennon Lloyd got it. So Ellwood City will have it 1st and 10, 2:28 remaining in this second quarter.
I think they're going to say the 27.
Looks like the 27. Yeah, I agree with you, Brad. So 1st down.
And that's crazy because that may be the worst starting position the Wolverines
Really,
have
yeah.
had.
Yep.
I was going to say the one thing that Western Beaver should change is their kickoff, and they listened. They did it before I even called it out.
So one wide out to the left, one to the right. There's a handoff to Elijah. He's got some running room on that left side this time. Gets the first down and more.
That's a 20-yard gain at least.
Run of the day for the Wolverines. That 20-yard run by Palmer McCain.
Carries to the
45?
45-yard line.
Yep, down to the 45-yard line.
There you go.
On the line out there for the Wolverines, we got number 78, Logan McClymans, number 72, Ryder Grinnan. Along there also is number 73, Evan Twiddell.
Yep.
There's a handoff to Elijah once again, and kind of hits the backside of his own man, and then taken down there by number 6, is it?
Number 8, I
Number
believe.
8, okay. Javane Morris with the stop after about a 3-yard gain.
And now, unfortunately, this is where the 3 timeouts not being halved would.
Right, we'd like to have with it minute 44
Yeah.
remaining. So Smiley under center, wide out to left, right.
Offsides.
Offsides.
They're going to
And
say he got back.
He got
Are you
back.
kidding me?
Oh, man,
Are you
big
kidding
time.
me?
Elijah gets taken down there
Number 60.
by number 60 in the backfield.
I think somebody finally threw a flag on
Ryan.
that opposite side.
To Dominicus. And we do have a flag.
Now the question is, was it actually a play by the players, or was it a coach maybe saying something? Yep, I told you. I told
Yep,
you.
yep, you saw that coming.
It was clearly offsides. I don't think he reset because the snap was so quick, and then somebody
Right.
said something.
Right. Well, and you can see the frustration.
I
on
don't
Coach
blame him.
Bradley's face, and I agree. But they got their warning out of the way.
Both
Now they
sides
know.
now, actually.
Well, the one side got penalized for it already.
Yeah. Crazy.
So minute 15 remaining. It'll be 2nd and 9. Smiley in
It's
the shotgun.
technically 3rd down.
Yeah, it should be 3rd down. There's a handoff to Elijah. Gets maybe a yard or so.
It's technically 4th down. They
Did he
are
miss
right.
it down?
It's technically 4th down. And now there's the timeout because somebody said something. Oh, here we go. This is the fun. The fun.
Yeah, number 8 with the tackle on that one.
Timeout, Western Beaver. That is their last timeout.
Wait. So they're going to say. So they're going to say timeout Western Beaver.
Yeah,
I don't-
they're final.
They were the only ones that had a timeout.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought they were taking a timeout because it should be 4th down. Okay, so they did switch it. Okay.
Okay.
We're all over the place.
Right.
But you know where we're at? We're in
We're in
Western
Western Beaver.
West of the Beaver.
West of Beaver.
Both bands getting ready for the halftime show with only 54 seconds remaining in this half.
Well, one thing I'll say here is the Wolverines did double up their yardage on this drive.
Okay.
Just 54 seconds, 4th down. This is a no-brainer. You got to punt it and play some defense to get this
and they have
halftime.
nobody back there. They're going to be coming for the block, it appears. Almost got
Good
there,
kick, too.
but did not.
It's going to roll for a while.
It is. Going to take it all the way up sideways there to the 21-yard line. So 26-yard punt.
Punts down at the 22-yard
So
line.
that will be
Beaver
Western
there
Beaver
with
will
first
take
down.
over 1st down, where they officially spotted the ball at the 22-yard line.
So with just 44 seconds left.
I'll be curious to see what they do.
Yeah, because you got to.
You're up 28-0.
Yeah, some people will just say take a knee or just run a play and then call it
see
halftime.
What you get out of that first play.
My thought is take 4 wide receivers like they are and just chuck it up, maybe get a pass interference. Go for it. Why not?
It's Saturday afternoon. Have some fun.
Exactly. They can't stop you. You got to do what you got to do.
Right. But hands it off, and a nice stop there. Coming up and filling that hole was number 7, Anthony Barbario. Along with there was Mariocker.
3-yard gain.
Going to give him 3 yards on the play. And the Fever's doing the check with me. He's going to go back to pass. He's got his man down there.
He's got an arm.
He does, and he's caught by number 13. He's at the 20. Oh, saving tackle there by Gray, but we got a flag all the way back here. It's going to stop the clock.
I have a feeling you're going to have
The
a sideline
went
warning
from the
again.
27.
I think we're going to have a sideline warning again.
I mean, that play covered went from the 27 down to about the 12. Was that 13 again, Gray?
That was 13. That was Gray again.
Man,
he beat both defenders once again.
And he does have an arm.
What is going on?
Have we ever seen this, Brad?
A sideline warning again?
But is it going to be after the play?
Well, it was the line judge, but
I'm just curious of when that happens.
Right.
And I tell you what, if you're Western Beaver, you want to beat to the line.
Now I'm wondering if it was an issue against Ellwood.
Did we ever get an official call? Oh, there it is. There it is.
So it is another sideline warning. So it's going to be 5 yards.
Be 5 yards.
No, 10 yards.
Or 10 yards.
No, we're going.
Unsportsmanlike. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I thought his hands were turned. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thank Al over here from Froggy's helping us out here today. We appreciate that. So the pass play
where's it officially now?
went from
At the
24 down to the 17. The clock will start on his whistle and spike down nicely. That's a heads-up play there by Western Beaver. So that pass play with about 13 seconds remaining. How many yards did that cover, Brad?
So officially 68 yards.
And then the 10-yard penalty.
Yep. No, 15 yards.
15, I'm sorry,
Yep.
for the unsportsmanlike. So now.
We're good. Now I'm finally caught up.
Okay, Western Beaver now from the 26-yard line.
Now you're chucking. You got 2 plays here. One either quick or my thought is you got no timeouts.
Yeah, go for it
Chuck
all.
to the end
Watch
zone.
Gray. He's their money man. He's going to go down. He's going to hook.
There you go.
He's looking.
Look at 5. He's
This
got
time
wide
stays
open in the middle.
Wide in, almost intercepted.
It should have been.
Pass is incomplete.
The ball falls incomplete. He had his man and just overshot him a little bit.
I saw number 20 there for the Wolverines.
Yes, Jackson Kerr was in the vicinity. Actually got his mitts on it. So 4.1 seconds remaining. Western Beaver up 28-0. And I think they would like to have that play back because that was the play they wanted.
Yes.
And it just didn't get executed. I think if you're the Wolverines, put a picket fence at the goal line. So back to pass the Fever. Got some time. Got a hold. This ball's going to come back, and ball falls incomplete. Gray was looking for pass interference, but did not get it. No time on the clock.
I think they're going to decline it.
And I think they'll just decline this penalty and get us to halftime. Because there was a hold on the play. And the hold was Daccio was coming through there to make a play, and he got held. So with that, at the end of 2 quarters, the start of halftime, Western Beaver 28, Ellwood City 0. Folks, enjoy the halftime show. We will be back at the conclusion of Western Beaver's halftime show with halftime stats and news and happenings here in Ellwood City.
Some scores from last night's games.
Right, very good. Enjoy the show. You guys need anything? Press block or out of the you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lincoln High School Marching Blue Band's Girl Boss Show. The 2022 Lincoln High School Marching Blue Band starts the show with a song by Paramore, fronted by Haley Williams. Off their 2007 album Riot, this is Misery Business. As our Girl Boss Show continues, we feature our dance line with a song off Britney Spears' fourth album, In the Zone. This is 2004's Toxic. The Blue Band will conclude tonight's Girl Boss Show with Billie Eilish's 2019 hit, Bad Guy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lincoln High School Marching Blue Band. The Blue Band is under the direction of Mr. Lee Caldwell and Justin Miller. Choreography by Tyler Bacon Westfall and under the field leadership of Senior Grady Smith. I've been Bill Gilkey, the voice of the Blue Band. Thank you for supporting our Lincoln High School Marching Blue Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Band Funk.
Under the direction of Mrs. Andrea Capehart, assisted by Miss Tori Shalinsky and Miss Sammy Anderson. Today we feature music of a singer-songwriter, record producer, dancer, and music video director. He has sold over 130 million records, and 8 of his songs have reached the #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. His concert tours are some of the highest grossing in history. Have you guessed who it is? Our 2022 halftime show is the music of Bruno Mars. We start our halftime show with a song that began as a jam that Mars and his band played on tour. Released in 2014, this song is the most successful single for Mars. The official music video is the 8th most viewed YouTube video of all time, having received over 4.6 billion views. Uptown Funk is undeniably catchy and hip. Don't believe me? Just watch. Here's Uptown Funk. Our next selection was originally released in 2016 on Bruno's 3rd album. He added rapper Cardi B and released the remix version in 2018. It is a combination of new jack swing, hip-hop, soul, funk, and R&B. The music video pays homage to the sketch comedy TV series In Living Color. Enjoy Finesse. To close out our show, we are taking it back to Bruno Mars's debut studio album. This song was released in 2010 and is a funk pop rock doo-wop soul combo. Live performances at the Grammys and the Super Bowl famously included a James Brown dance break. Here's Runaway Baby. Ladies and gentlemen, the Western Beaver Golden Beaver Band!
All right, folks, welcome back here to Western Beaver Golden Beavers here in Industry, Pennsylvania, just below Midland. Drove past the power plant that's down here in the neat views of Beaver County. Halftime score here, 28-0 in favor of the Western Beavers. I'm going to give you guys some game stats along with some out-of-town scores from last night. Some big shakeups there in the MAC conference. We're going to start with this one here, though. First downs in favor of the Beavers, 13-5. Rushing, once again, Western Beaver outgaining Ellwood City, 126-47. Passing on the day, woo! That first play of the game, 67 yards. That's tacked on to what they've done in the first and second quarter. 204 passing yards to just 21. Total yardage right now, 330 to 68 in favor of Gore for 19. Turnovers, yeah. This is something that the Wolverines unfortunately have suffered with the past couple of weeks. 3 turnovers so far to 0. 2 interceptions via Smiley and 1 by Duckton Gray on that fourth down fake punt. Elijah Palmer McCain, rushing wise, 13 for 53. Tyson Florence for Western Beaver, 12 for 70. Chris Smiley, 3 of 7, 21 yards, 2 interceptions. Xander LaFarve, right?
Is that what we're calling it?
I think it's LaFarve. because I think the B is silent. But Xander LaFarve, 9 of 14, 204 yards, 3 touchdown passes. Aaron Hobel, 1 catch for 9 yards. The 2 standouts, Levi Gray, have a day already over 100 yards, 4 catches, 107 for 2 touchdowns, and Mikey Crawford, 1 for 67 to start us off, making it 7-0 Western Beaver with that 1 touchdown. Defensively, leading the way for the Wolverines, Declan Gray has 7 tackles, along with Brighton Mariacker with 7. And then Dalton Salmers, only 4 tackles. Western Beaver hadn't really tackled the ball much because they've been on offense. But give credit where it's due. Drew Mitchell, number 50, 2 interceptions, leading to those turnovers there for Western Beaver. Some out-of-town scores from last night in the MAC Conference. Today, right now, 28-0 Western Beaver. The other scores, 22-0 Beaver Falls, shutouts Neshannock, and Neshannock will fall to 4-1, while Beaver Falls will improve to 4-1. So it is almost like a carbon copy like last year, where Beaver Falls played some really tough teams right off the bat. You lose a game, you kind of get in the back of your mind, okay, what was that all about? But nonetheless, hey, they're 4-1 and looking pretty good right now.
Just on a side note, I'm going to give Coach in the athletic department at Beaver Falls and Coach Nardone down there. They're taking on some tough teams in the beginning. They're not afraid to do it.
No.
They're taking on Aliquippa, Central Valley, because they know it don't really mean anything in the standings.
Yep.
But I applaud them for doing that.
Yeah, you might as well get those games that don't really mean anything in the
They're
hard
not going
games.
for a cupcake game. They're
Yes.
going to get a hard game to see what they got.
Exactly. Going on, Riverside, the story in the MAC Conference. Riverside, 28-21 winners over Freedom. Freedom was up 7-0, and then 21 points in a row by Riverside led them to that fourth quarter victory by 7. So Riverside now sitting 3-1 and 2-0 in conference play. And then finally, Mohawk did defeat New Brighton 31-6. Yes, that was reported multiple times last night incorrectly. I know we've been notified. I know we were talking about it. I know I got messaged, kid you not, 1 a.m., 3 a.m., and 3:45 a.m. because I looked at my phone for that exact reason. It just is what it is. Somebody reported the wrong score. They said 28-21 New Brighton. It's officially Mohawk 31-6 over New Brighton. Couple out-of-town scores beyond the MAC. Laurel in overtime comes back to beat Union 28-22. We were watching that one, flipping back and forth. Laurel comes back, and I believe they scored, it would have been 21 unanswered to beat up on Union there in overtime. And then finally, Rochester 22-8 over Shenango. And we want to keep track of the 2A sports. Washington up on Brentwood, a final last night, 62-7. And the team to beat in the 2A that they're finally saying officially is the team to beat, Steel Valley once again, 48-0 over Ligonier Valley. Central Valley up on Newcastle 54-0. And then the big one, the shocker, competition-wise, Aliquippa 19-16 over West Allegheny. There you go, Thad. There's your halftime stats and out-of-town scores from last night.
Great. We're about 2 minutes away here from kickoff. So as we wind down this game, as we said, Tuesday night, we will be from Ellwood City Big Gym, girls volleyball, and then Friday.
Yep, Friday
so,
at Mohawk Warriors.
So
and
always have a good time at Mohawk.
Yep.
Wednesday.
What's that?
Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, Wednesday middle school football. I'm trying to remember where they're at.
Laurel,
I don't know.
I believe.
I want to say it was Laurel. I think you were right.
Let
we'll
me
have
check
that
my
game
calendar
as well. While Dakota's
and the
looking,
band festival.
Yep, and the band festival. So while Dakota's looking at that schedule for us, I'm going to say it because I know he's too modest to say it. Thursday night dinner this past week, and specifically for the Wolverines, as they do every single year. The guy to the right of me, Mr. Thad Sturgeon, and the entire Sturgeon family hosted in the Lincoln High School cafeteria. But I tell you what, everything that was in that cafeteria didn't come from that cafeteria. That was homegrown right there from the Sturgeon family. So shout out to the Sturgeon family across the board. I know Brian Partridge made a little message this morning. Hey, I know he's too modest. He won't say it himself. Say it for me. So there you go.
I appreciate that. We did it when my son played, and then last year, when we had some health issues and the boosters were so great, and we went to that last year. My wife Chris said we're doing that next year.
Yep.
Put us down for a dinner, and
Good.
we'll do it again next year. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
I actually like being in the kitchen. It was kind of nice to take the afternoon and do that. I will tell you, I had 16 pounds of sirloin tip, top end round from Wright's Meat Packing, and then I had a brisket. probably about 12-pound of smoked brisket. And I tell you what, I had enough left over that I had lunch with it yesterday. Them kids went through about 28 pound of beef and stuff in it to hide the taste of broccoli. So they cleaned it up too, and it was a lot of fun, and that's a nice tradition, and I really think it's great that they've been doing for a long time. Is the boosters? It has worked for the boosters, but ourselves and a lot of other businesses and families kick in and do that. So Wolverines will receive the ball with the run up and the kick from Paxton. Little dribbler end of run kick, takes a bounce and gets there. Number 15. Is that number 15? Gray?
I believe so.
Back to receive.
It is.
We got a flag coming in there. I won't say late, but
it didn't take
out to
long
number
for a
30.
flag.
No, it did not.
And
About a 15-yard return.
Wednesday is at Laurel for middle school.
At Laurel, okay, so we will have that one as well. Looks like it's going to be a block in the back.
Oh,
How
son
can
of
you
a
have a
gun.
block in the back with a 2-second, 3-second kickoff? Oh, boy.
Illegal block.
28-0. That illegal block. And that's going to mark him back. He went 5 and stopped. Isn't that a spot foul?
Depends on.
Okay. Anyway,
Yep.
they marked the ball at the 19-yard line. So the Wolverines now coming out down 28-0. Looking for some positive things to happen to take next week into Mohawk. Elijah makes the cut around the left side, does a little dance, moves it, does a spin move, gets another 5 yards, keeping him Blake Sherman all the way out to the 40-yard line. That's a 20-yard gain for Elijah Palmer McCain. Elijah has that speed, number 11 with the tackle, Jaden Bishop, but not after, right on the mark, 20 yards on that run around that left side. And for the Fever,
Yeah,
Xander.
Xander. Yep. Yeah, you're
So
right.
Lefevre, yep. So
Lefevre.
I was calling LaFarve, Brett Favre, Lefevre, same
Well,
difference.
there we go. We know who he's talking about. So, Smiley again. This time, making something out of nothing, but brought down there. Maybe they'll give him a yard for forward progress.
Palmer McCain takes it again.
So set up a third down and a long
I think
2.
Dominicus was in there, number 60. I'm going to give him credit for the first initial hit. And big third down here for the Wolverines. You come out in this third quarter down by 4 scores. You had a good 20-yard run. You want to keep it rolling. Smiley and
There you go.
second push.
Oh, my.
Keeps it going.
Can you
and-
leap?
But he
What's he
got
doing?
some help from Western Beaver. They pushed him and got an extra yard out of the deal. Needed 3, got 4. Did Smiley on the forward keeper. First down for the Wolverines now in Western Beaver territory.
And only the second time here that they've gotten this far. But, again, finish the drive. And if you do, this would be a good way to start second half, especially with that penalty on the kickoff as well.
Yes, it would. Smiley now under center. Oh, loses the ball. It's on the ground, and it's going to be recovered
Fumble recovered
by Western Beaver.
50, Drew Mitchell.
Oh, my
50.
goodness.
Drew Mitchell.
He's got
Oh, my
3 turnovers.
If this game was on a Friday night, Drew Mitchell would be all over the news today
Oh, yes,
with
he would
having
be.
that kind of game. Wow. 2 interceptions and a fumble. Now, I'm not seeing replay today just because of the space, but I don't know who the initial hit was on Smiley to make him jar that ball loose. Nonetheless, the ball did come loose. 1st and 10, Western Beaver at the 47-yard line. Back to pass. Wants to air it out. Going to go deep down that field. The man's
Got him
behind
wide
him. He's
open.
got him. Oh, just missed the ball. Oh, he'll be thinking about that when he goes to bed tonight. He wanted that one.
Bishop is incomplete.
Bishop unable to make the catch. I'm going to tell you what. It's the Fever. That ball
He's got
was
an
50
arm.
yards in the air.
He's
and
got
hit
an
the kid
arm,
in
and
stride.
he is accurate. Give me 2 wide receivers with about 6'3", 6'4". They're going to be all over the place today. Whew.
Yeah, and
And I wouldn't stop, to be honest. I just keep throwing this ball.
Right. And I think it's Mikey Crawford. We see him down there, number 1. He got injured there in the first end of the first quarter. Seems to be doing well. We had some ice on his elbow there, and but seems to be in good spirits out there. There's a handoff now. And moving his way forward, Ryder Grinnan wears him down. Was Florence on the carry, but a nice run of about 7 yards. Credit Grinnan with the tackle, but a 3rd and 3. Wolverines would love to get a stop here, I am sure. This team are not afraid to air it out, are they?
No, they are not.
We've seen it several times today, and it's been effective, several of them. The Beaver under center. There's a handoff. Up the middle he goes. Got a flag in there quickly. Florence with the run. He's got enough for the first down, but let's wait and see what the
I think this is going to be a hold.
it's in that
Yeah.
territory. The officials are conversing.
Looks like a spot foul at about the 38-ish.
Oh,
chop block.
chop
That's
block.
huge. Because that should be in the
Against
case
Western
of
Beaver.
15 yards.
Low block against Western Beaver.
Wow.
So that's going to knock him back. The wind's picking up here.
It is picking up.
so
and it hasn't stopped yet.
it takes it back right to midfield at the 50-yard line.
So that'll set up a 3rd and a long, about 13 yards here.
So on this, 3rd and 13, the Beaver in the shotgun. Back to pass. Got some time, sets his feet, finds his man right there in the middle. Good catch by Gray. I don't think he drops many. Gets right past the line again of the sticks and gets the ball caught at the 35-yard line. Pickup of 20, needed 13 for the first down. Needed 18 for the first down. So now Western Beaver, new set of downs here, first down from the 35-yard line. The one thing with the wind, the Bees don't seem quite as bad up here on top. They're still
Very
here.
true.
They're still here, but they're
Very true.
there's a pitch out there to Florence. Makes a man miss around that outside. Good pursuit there that time by the Wolverines defense. Declan Gray was up there to slow things down. Mary Yocker and number 24, I think, is getting credit with the tackle. Or Declan Gray with a tackle. Lennon Lloyd was in there as well. And that time, the linebackers took away that seam for Florence, the junior, 6 foot, 185 pound, from making any headway up the field.
Yeah, and
Got
again,
picked
we
up
said
two.
that the pitch is almost 7-8 yards, and he only gained 2
Yeah,
on that
but
play.
he's getting ahead of steam
Yeah.
in that 7 or 8 yards. There's a keeper this time by the Beaver, weaves his way through. Man misses. You got to make the tackles, guys. He's down to the 10, the 5. Save and tackle there by Partridge at the 1 yard line to keep it from a touchdown, but a pickup of 32 yards on the keeper, bringing up a 1st and goal.
They're also crediting Lennon Lloyd with it. Looks like we had a drumstick out on the field
Yeah,
still.
I'm thinking something was out there. I didn't know what was flying across.
Yep, that would
the
be a
field.
drumstick.
So, all right, 1st and goal now for Western Beaver.
No-brainer here.
Yeah.
This is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Either QB sneak where you literally just hand turn it, boom.
Has Gray scored 3 times? So
Yes.
far? Okay, I thought so. I wanted to be sure.
Wait, no,
So,
two.
okay.
My apologies.
The Beaver now under center. Hand off to Florence, and into the end zone he goes for the Western Beaver. Touchdown, makes the score 34-0. Points off of turnovers. Once again, remind me to touch on that. Next time the Wolverines on defense, they just have not gotten many turnovers this year, but the other teams have. Extra point forthcoming in this 34-0. That kick is up and off the side of the post.
You can't
No
say
good.
it. You can't say it.
it. Oh, all right. So the score 34-0. Let's take a timeout. Here's the run up. Welcome back, folks. Run up in the kick, squib kick, taken down there, and just fallen on by one of the upmen for the Wolverines.
Declan.
30.
No, it wasn't.
39. That's 39.
Yep,
It's
O'Brien.
Declan. Yep.
39.
Yeah, Declan. I think it's Declan. Great. We got two Declans.
Yep.
O'Brien there falls on the ball at about the 34-yard line. So the Wolverines now find themselves down 34-0.
I know during that timeout, Thad, you were talking about the Boswell kick. Man, you would hear that so loud.
Right.
And
When off the goalpost.
They got to mic up the officials and make that sound just right back at it.
Right. Okay, Smiley now. Quick pass out there. Nobody home. Sometimes you got to watch. You can't be thrown to a target. You got to throw to your guy, and or throw to a spot. And no one was in that spot that he was throwing to. So saw Declan Gray out there some in the wideout formation. Maybe some things a little bit different. Deontay Pierce not playing today in concussion protocol.
Okay, I wondered.
We usually see him on kickoff returns, and we see him in a lot of packages here. And I think today we're seeing Declan Gray get swept in there some. Hobel's in there quite a bit anyway. So there's a handoff to Elijah, and really nothing to go with on there. Number 64, I think, was in there for the tackle. Credit to Summers for a very short game. So another third down forthcoming here for the Wolverines. So Smiley now getting the call from the play from Coach Bradley. Now,
Hand
in the
goes
shotgun.
up for the back judge.
Yep, good call, Dakota.
4 seconds. There you go.
Smiley now back under so much pressure. There
My
were
goodness.
4 purple shirts in his face as he tried to launch that ball. The ball falls incomplete. So now 4th down.
Yeah.
And really, it's when you send 6 or you send 7 and have 4 or 5 there to block, it just gets really hard for them to do.
And with the wind coming out, now the sun comes out a little bit.
It does.
So it looks like punt formation here. Declan
Yep,
O'Brien,
and they do have somebody
Declan Gray.
Back.
Yeah.
There's the kick. Oh. And I don't know if that was tipped.
Nice
I
bounce.
don't
Get
think
up there. Okay, there we go.
So, ball spotted at the 38-yard line.
Kick is down at the 38.
22-yard punt, but Declan was very lucky to get that ball kicked away as he had pressure forthcoming from the far side of the line of the Golden Beavers. It's funny. It's fun now. You know, we're getting to the meat of the season, Brad. You know, we got to see Freedom last week, and you know they handled us very well, 28-0. We were super impressed with how big they were, and very physical team.
Yes.
At the same time, as Freedom usually does, has penalty problems. Then you come down here, and this Western Beaver team, quite honestly, looks a lot better than what I thought they were going to be.
Right.
I knew they were a good team, but there's a lot of just athletes on this Western Beaver team. There's a pitch out there to Florence. Keeps them legs a churning. And to get about 9 yards.
55, I believe.
And
Maddox Singer.
Maddox Singer in there on the stop. But he's getting hit there. And Florence are just not able to bring him down on, and he's getting through that first wave. Second one, I guess my point I'm making is, Brad, there's some good matchups yet to come. Western Beaver and Freedom, what we saw the last 2 weeks, that could be a really fun game to watch.
And maybe the film has come into play because if you recall, Freedom was left and right running. Same thing here, left and right running by Western Beaver.
Great call, Brad. And Beaver Falls, I think, still the darling of the group. And there's a handoff to Florence. He's going to get the first down, winding his way forward. Tackled there. I'd give Mariocker with the initial stop, but he had some help from some of his friends, but not about 6-yard gain. He needed 2, got 6 now for the Western Beaver first down. I just think it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out in this conference. And a non-conference game last night. Union, a little single A school. Well, no, not non-conference. Laurel, Laurel changed. You know, that game went to overtime, and we thought Laurel was king dog. So Lefevre now under center. 2 wideouts to the left. I formation. Don't see that a lot from this team.
I tell you what, quarterback told him.
Judge.
Yep, quarterback told him to line up correctly.
Yep. And a nice tackle there. Was that Gavin Partridge in there?
I want to say yes.
I believe so. Coming up from that position was Gavin Partridge. He's had about 4 or 5 solo tackles here today. Most all of them been for a loss or very minimal gain.
So one thing I want to say about that, if you're thinking about these matchups, Neshannock went and defeated Western Beaver on Saturday. So that gives the edge to Neshannock.
I was talking to one of the coaches here, and they said Western Beaver came out good in that game, and then just
Then you've got Neshannock who lost to Beaver Falls, so now it's going to come down to Western Beaver and Beaver Falls. If Western Beaver can pull off an upset, now you could have a 3-way rotation for first place.
Who wants to win this?
Yeah.
On this 2nd and 8, a pass out there to number 21 and makes a man miss, but number 7 in there, Anthony Barbario gets his nose in there. The pass to Marshall really only gains about 2 yards, but give Barbario credit for grabbing on, hanging on, and bringing them down.
Western Beaver just crossed the 400-yard mark on offense today.
With 4 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, that ratio is 4-1, as the Wolverines just have 104 yards.
And that's why you see a score of 34-0.
Yep.
So, big 3rd and 7 now here for the Wolverines defense to try to make a stop. Barbario in the shot, Lefevre on the screen pass
wide
to
open.
Florence. He's going to get a first down. Mariocker gets him stopped, and Ryder Grinnan was in there to clean it up. But that is enough for a Western Beaver first down. Ball at the 34-yard line.
Tackled by number 17, Mariocker.
Blake Foreman checking in on that front line right now. So shotgun, 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. On the keeper, got a huge hole. Up the middle he goes. He's down to the 20, hurdles a man. Oh, just save and tackle there by Mariocker at about the 13-yard line. Pickup of 21 on that play. That's got to put Lefevre over the 100-yard mark.
It's going to put him pretty darn close. We're going to have to see here in 1 second.
So that is another good Western Beaver first down. It's first and ball at the 13, so 1st and 10.
Ellwood player went down, Mariocker.
Yep, Mariocker went down. He got back up again. Another song reference.
Yep.
You're getting blown
out.
Knocked
down.
You got to get them. Got to get some.
Got to get back up again.
Mariocker seems to be okay.
Yeah.
I think it was maybe a quick cramp that he got.
Give credit to Tyson Florence. He's at 18 carries, 100 yards, and Xander Lefevre's at 10 carries, 91 yards.
Okay.
So talk about offense. Though.
Yeah, you got 2 guys going to be at 100 yards.
And then Gray with over 100 yards receiving.
Yep. So on this 1st and 10 at the 13, hand off to Florence around that right side. Dancing, moving, gets down right to about the 1.5-yard line.
Hand off to Tyson Florence. Scampers to the outside.
That's going to be a first down. Going to be 1st and goal.
Western Beaver first down.
Just inside the 2-yard line.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Tell you, the Wolverines had an impressive first drive on offense, and really not much to speak of since. A few nice runs by Elijah. All right, one wide out to the left, one to the right. I formation.
Fullback run here, maybe?
Nope. Yep.
Nope.
Drive and tries to jump. I don't
think he got it.
He's going to get it. They blow it dead at about
1 yard
6-inch line.
Yeah.
Handoff
Yeah.
short of the goal line.
So bring up a 2nd and goal. Ball, well, it is just right there on the 1 yard line. So, yeah, they're getting told up here. They were trying to make some personnel changes. And they better move a little quicker. Got 5 seconds. They've done this twice now down here in the red zone. And they do get the ball off. There's a pitch out there to Florence and drives his way in for the touchdown. That makes the score 40-0 in favor of Western Beaver. Mercy, mercy me. Mercy rule now into effect as we will have a rolling clock from here on. Western Beaver flex their muscles at home here today and ran up and down all over the field on these Wolverines. Kick is dead. That time the kick is
No good. Oh, good.
That is good.
From
is
up here,
good.
it looked to the left.
Anymore, you can't. I look at the officials. So with that, the score is 41-0 in favor of Western Beaver. Quick timeout, Brad. Welcome back, folks, in this third quarter. $1:22 remaining. Beaver with a commanding 41-0 lead. Taken there. Good night, Irene. He got decked.
And the helmet
Did
came
number
off too.
24.
Lennon Lloyd.
Lennon Lloyd. Wow.
Lennon Lloyd takes a kick, brought down immediately.
Wow, I missed who hit him, but, man, he had a full set of steam.
And that's why these onside kickoffs are just –
lick him and stick him.
There's nothing you can do to prep for that.
Right.
You're going to get hit. What are you going to do?
Yep. Now, ball at the 36-yard line for the Wolverines. Just wanting to get something positive going here. Got Gray out here for the far side. Waits the snap.
Way offsides.
Oh,
way offsides.
geez.
That was way offsides.
Was he?
Something had to have happened on that left side.
Number 3, I mean, how did that happen? Aaron Smith came in. I blinked, and the guy was on top of our quarterback.
I don't see how somebody can blow through a line like that with nothing.
Anyway, he did.
Wow.
Loss of 7 on the play.
That does not.
Smiley jumps up, gets the
And-
play from sidelines.
I was going to say, if you look at the other sidelines, nobody's even questioning it.
Right.
So I guess not. Wow.
How'd he get back there so fast?
It doesn't make any sense.
They're
None.
just really, Western Beaver's just teeing up right now.
Yeah.
There's a handoff to E. Gets back about to the 40-yard line. Picked up. Oh, we'll give him 10 on the play.
Palmer McCain takes the ball.
Thinking number 21 with the tackle, possibly.
Blake Marshall.
And that's the end of the third quarter.
That is the end of the third quarter, and we will take a quick break as well. And welcome back, folks. Score 41-0 as we start this fourth quarter. Wolverines going right to left on your screen now. So in the shotgun is Smiley.
Clock's not ready yet. The clock is
now.
definitely not ready.
There's the dump there to Elijah.
First
Makes
down.
The first man miss.
There
Gets
you go.
First down. Hit from behind by Florence, I do. Yes, Tyler Florence. But Elijah,
Clock
a nice
is
pickup.
Not working. Clock
So
is
yeah,
not
it's
there.
working now.
Yeah, I should have it at 49, but we'll give an extra 10 seconds or so.
Yep. It's not stopping now.
Is that another
So
song
first
reference?
down there.
Is that another song reference?
No, not
No?
directly.
Oh, okay.
If you want to make it one, it can be.
We could.
So 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Smiley. Hand off to Elijah. Oh, hit there, drug down, spun around, pinballed around.
Number 6.
Tyler Florence,
Oh, I'm sorry, number 8.
number 8. Morris, Javion Morris. Pickup of 3 on the play. Going to bring up a second down and 7. For the Wolverines, Smiley this time under center. Quickly up there, and quick handoff there to Palmer McCain. Keeps the legs churning. Going to get about 3 yards on that play.
Palmer McCain takes the ball, tackled by number 57, C.J. Smith.
And that should put Elijah over the 100-yard
Oh,
mark.
he's right there.
Right there?
Oh,
Okay.
99 yards.
So if he can get a couple more yards, that'll be his 3rd game of the season
Yeah.
with over 100 yards.
And it shows that the Wolverines were able to run the ball, not as efficient as we've seen in the
Well,
past, but they were able to run it. Just
I'll get to my thoughts on that in a second here.
Yep.
After this play, remind me. Under center Smiley on this 3rd down and 5. Goes back. Quick dump pass out there. Oh, just a little too far for O'Brien coming out of the tight end position. Had the nice idea, but just did not work. I think when you, to your point, Brad, about getting some plays, I think you just want to start talking about consistency.
Yes.
We're seeing that they're making plays that we didn't even see for the last couple years. And I think that's where maybe we need to point to the fact that 35 of these 44 kids on the roster are freshmen and sophomores. So hopefully as the maturing process goes on, we'll see more consistency. And, hey, you get a good play, but it gets, you get nailed with a negative play shortly thereafter. On this 4th down, dumps it there to Elijah. He's got some ground to make up. He's got the first down, weaving his way through, spun around there, all the way down to the 10-yard line. Tackled there by the speedy Tyser Florence, but Palmer McCain takes it from the 44 on the pass screenplay to the 9-yard line. A pickup of 34 on the play, so it'll be a 1st and goal for the Wolverines.
and officially the biggest play of the day.
Yes, for the Wolverines that would be. And really, to Western Beaver's credit, there was a couple big plays. Obviously, the big touchdown, the first play of the game, but they just had drives.
Oh, methodical.
Yes.
The key word of the day.
Yes,
Methodical drives.
I would go with that as well. 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Smiley. Coming from that sidelines. Oh, man. Somebody got to block him for crying out loud. Going to get the boy killed.
Yeah.
Aaron Smith. I mean, there wasn't
No, there
a
was
white
nobody.
shirt within 2
Nobody.
yards of him.
And he's been doing it all game long. I mean, he's the one that had that initial tackle back
I mean,
here.
you can see the kid
third time on his
smiling from
drive.
up here before they said hut because he knew what he had
Nah,
coming.
I don't know about smiling from up here, but
he-
you're right. I know.
You can see him.
You
He's
can
right
see
here.
him.
He's
You
like,
can
I was
see
like,
him.
oh no, this is not good.
I'm surprised the ball didn't get fumbled or
I
handed
know.
off in
Luckily,
time.
Smiley kept it. So loss of 6 on the play. Oh, got him moving that time, and that time they knew it.
Yeah.
When they came across. So
on Western Beaver.
offsides on Western Beaver. So gets it back to the 10-yard line. Going to be 2nd and goal from the 10. So Anderson, this time hand off to Elijah. Up the middle he
There
goes,
you
into
go.
the end zone for the Wolverines' first touchdown of the day. A 10-yard run. He's now over the 100-yard mark. Is Elijah Palmer McCain, making the score 41-6. Extra point forthcoming. So good to see the Wolverines get on the board with 7:22 remaining. Also, hey, that's $50 from Michael's Furniture.
There you go.
Donation to Club Hope. So thank you to Michael's Furniture downtown there in Ellwood City for their donation. $50 for every touchdown the Wolverines score this year. Kreitzer on for the kick, and it is
Good.
good. Count it. Caitlin Kreitzer with the extra point makes the score 41-7. Hey, got to give a shout out. We are going to be back in the stadium here in a couple weeks officially for the Beaver Falls game. Do we know that for certain?
Wait. Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We'll be officially, it should be, because their
Yep, that's
deadline
what
is the 28th, which means next week they should be done with the field, the track.
And it looks
Has to
beautiful.
give, you
It
have
looks
to give it
beautiful.
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
That first home game that we're
It's
there,
gonna be
there, folks. The field looks
Yes.
absolutely beautiful. It is going to be the darling of the Tri-County area.
100%.
It just looks so
It looks really, really good.
fantastic. If you're driving by, take a look.
And I know sometime next week we're going to try and get in there. Once we get the official word that it's done, we're going to get a video promo. We're going to put something together as an intro just to get you guys a view for those who can't make it.
We love that you listen, but folks, let's pack that stadium.
100%.
That first, the way it looks, we're only going to have 2 home games this year, so
Yep.
make it a point to be there. Here's Caitlin up with the kick. High kick, taken there by Gray, number 13 at the 28-yard line. Oh, he's got a seam up the middle and gets taken down there. I believe
number
that was
39.
O'Brien in there to get stopped there at the 40-yard line. But hey, got to give a shout out to a lot of the businesses that help out the boosters. The championship club is Mata Heating and Air Conditioning, Ellwood City Transit, Zona Tours, Dave's Hometown, Shop and Save, Mary Jo's Catering, Joey's Place, Dooney Petrocola Memorial Scholarship Fund, and Armstrong Cable. We certainly do appreciate their donation to the boosters. And they're going to have programs there that first home game, and you'll see the signs that help recognize these businesses. Support these businesses that are supporting your high school extracurricular activities. Western Beaver now up 41-7. Number 11 now in there for quarterback. White weaves around there, comes the other way. And Gavin Partridge, he has been sure tackling today. He really has. Takes down number 11. I think we're going to see a lot of clean jerseys coming in here now. Jaden Bishop in there. He ran about 25 yards, but he gained 1.5.
No, loss of 2.
Oh, loss of 2. I missed the sign.
Back to the 38.
Back to the 38. Hey, Touchdown Club, D4 Investment Properties, the T-Box, Signs by Sam, the Color Center, Venezi Sporting Goods, Diamond Dance Academy, and Campers Inn RV. So, once again, we're going through them quick here. We are not going to have many timeouts now to get them in, but we got to give a shout out to these great businesses that help out on this 2nd and 12. Hand off there to number 15, does a stiff arm and finds his way around that left side and makes another man miss. He's all the way down to the 40, to the 35, pushed out of bounds there
By Jackson Kerr.
By Jackson Kerr, number 20, but not after about a 12. Where'd they put him at?
And that was what? That was 15,
They're
Bobby
putting him
George?
at the
To the
37?
37. So about 26 yard, or how would he say?
Who ran it?
Oh, I didn't
missed it, I'm
catch who
sorry.
ran it.
I want to say it was 15, right?
Yeah, it was 15.
Okay.
Number 15, Bobby George. The man with 2 first names, Bobby George. Got PJ Pearson, PJ Du Bois in there on the defensive line right now. There's a handoff around the right side. Is number 15 again. Tries to get shirt tackled. Did Bobby George. Positive yards on the play down to the 31-yard line. While we're talking about businesses, the Field Goal Club, Paganosis Chiropractic, Mobros Lawn Specialist, Spokane Orthodontist, Steffler Window Cleaning, Allen's Lawn Service, and of course the funeral homes in town, Turner Funeral Home, Toman Funeral Home and Cremation Service, Sam Teolis Funeral Home. Remember, folks, they'll be the last to let you down. On this 2nd and 5 from the 30-yard line, on the keeper around the left side. Gets a nice block there by number 17. Took out 2 people. Up the sideline goes number 11. He's in a 10-5. Touchdown on the 31-yard run for backup quarterback Jaden Bishop. Number 17 there, Giovanni Samble. He won't show up on the stat sheet, but he had some great lead blocking going around that left side.
Number 70 can't get his helmet out of the bench.
Oh, somebody gave him one.
Yeah, he was pulling on it.
So anyway, he's a long snapper. It's pretty important that he gets in there.
He is
Skylar Silver found his helmet on the sidelines in his 47-7. It worked. No, it didn't.
No good.
Well, the snap worked. The kick is wide right. It's 47-7. 4:13 remaining. Timeout. Welcome back, folks, in this 47-7 game with the Golden Beavers of Western Beaver.
Taming the Wolverines.
Yes, there you go.
That may be the headline. Beavers
There you go.
tame Wolverines.
Hey, folks, you bring up a good point, Brad. Check out ecwolverines.com. And Brad here, probably tomorrow, Monday, will have a synopsis of the game and a beautifully written, well-written. You're doing a great job with that, Brad.
I appreciate it.
There's like a squib kick. He can't just fall on it. No, he doesn't. Is O'Brien. And, oh, good thing he didn't fall. Oh, lowers his head. I want to go further, he says. But he just gets there. It's about the 46-yard line.
Bobby George.
Bobby George.
I like the emphasis. Bobby George.
So, Wolverines now on the 46-yard line. 4:04 remaining. Clock now rolling. Smiley now coming into the huddle.
Western Beaver officially over the 500 mark.
There's hand off to Elijah up that right side this time and missed the first man miss around the other way. Flag guy gets out of the way. Elijah has a nice run there.
It's one position I would never want to do, the sticks. I would
sticks.
never want to do the
And
sticks.
not the lead stick.
No.
So, but they mark him out about 3 yards short, give him 7 yards. So here comes the Wolverines. Another handoff to Elijah. Tries the left side this time. Makes another man miss. Down that left side he goes. He's all the way down to the 22-yard line. Pickup of 25 yards there for Elijah. Getting some hard-earned yards here in the closing moments of this game.
Number 20 with the tackle.
Tristan Vincent. The guy with the first 2 names.
Jeez, oh man, they're loaded up here at Western Beaver.
Oh,
Don't forget, folks, we'll be doing football Wednesday night from Laurel and Friday night from Mohawk. 7 o'clock kickoff. Handoff there to O'Brien this time. He's not even touched he's going to be find his way into the end zone. Declan O'Brien with the 22-yard touchdown run. making the score 47-13. Nice run there by O'Brien. Haven't seen him carry the ball much at all up to this point this season, but he did that time for 22 yards, touchdown. And that's another $50 from Michael's Furniture to Club Hope.
Could you see on the year 1 carry, 22-yard touchdown?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
So now Caitlin Kreitzer on with the extra point. Gets the snap, ball is placed down, that kick is up and good. Count it. Caitlin 2 for 2 extra points today. So the score now 47-14. We're just going to stay right here in this final moments of this 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
So
as we get to hear Notre Dame victory march.
Yeah,
out of the
right,
right here
right.
this time. And
Ellwood City does get over a big mark. They got over 200 yards in offense now, with primarily most of it on the running game and this running clock fourth quarter. But still not bad of offense. Just can't finish. They couldn't finish the drives in the first half. The turnovers, you throw that all in a hat,
turnovers,
and it leads to 47
couple big
points.
Plays on the pass plays. I mean, really, there was a couple miscues, maybe I would say by the receivers of Western Beaver.
And the flip side for Western Beaver, listen, you were favored, you showed up, you played, you knocked it off. Good. Put the check mark by the win and move on to next week.
Right.
Same thing, Wolverines. You got to bounce back. Big one next week at Mohawk.
And that is going to be a fun, I think,
it's gonna
going
be fun.
into it, a very evenly matched game.
Yes.
Caitlin with the kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. Be a flag on that play.
And the kick goes out of bounds.
So now Western Beaver.
Looks like
We'll get the ball.
figuring out either 35 or then +5, so it should be the 40.
Yep, there it is. So first down now for Western Beaver. So trying to get the right people deployed. We have them now. Gonna keep that ball around that left side and hit there.
21.
And driven out of bounds. Is it 21, A.J. Grinnan?
Yes, sir.
A.J. Grinnan pushes him out of bounds for a short loss.
Taken down by Tristan Reynolds.
That's not right.
Okay.
I would say it was definitely 21.
Yeah, that was not right.
On this 2nd and 13. It's the ball. Hand off there to number 15 around that right side. Bobby George, but taken down once again by A.J. Grinnan. And I'll give number 11 some love. Just in there.
Down by Ethan Patterson.
Yeah, 28, I think.
And Patterson was in there as well. Got some new subs checking in here for the Wolverines. Number 44 checks in. Sorry, Brad, I've done the whole thing.
No, listen,
you are
Shelley. Perfectly fine.
So we got a 3-foot table with 5 foot of things to put on it. So in the shotgun in the 38 seconds remaining in the contest. Number 17 with the run this time as a stiff arm and taken down there.
Number 3.
Number 3 rides him out. Zach Wiley and number 1, Dom Hogue was in there. We got 24 seconds left in this game. Brad, I think we're going to call it.
I would say that may
And
end
these
it.
final sticks.
Yeah, we're not going to do any town because there's already final
we've already done
from last
that,
night.
So we can do that, and some of us got to get back to work. So that's going to do it, folks. At the end of the game here, Western Beaver, Golden Beavers defeat the Ellwood City Wolverines 47-14. Brad's going to get a few keys here, get some stats down up for us.
Yeah, we'll give it a
see where we're
second
at.
here for the fight song to finish off real quick, and then we'll just go
Handshakes.
through the stats.
Okay.
Next weekend here at Western Beaver as we play the Freedom Bulldogs.
That'll be a great game.
Ooh, that is gonna be a big one. Before we even think of Western Beaver versus Beaver Falls,
No,
Freedom
I think
comes in
Freedom,
here.
That could be a fun game.
yeah. The key thing there for Freedom is they're big up front, but they're going to have to make sure they got 2 DBs that can cover
Yes,
these wide
exactly.
receivers.
Exactly, because I think we saw here today with quarterback Lefevre, if he has time, he can chuck the ball 50 yards, hit a guy in stride.
Right.
He did that several times today.
Those fans who are just finishing up with us, maybe checking in on college football, Pitt is up 31-17 at the end of, 38-17, fourth quarter. Pitt is up on Rhode Island. Last time I checked, Michigan's up 24-13 on Maryland. That's for me and myself and only myself. And then the flip side, you also have Penn State up for that one as well.
Oh, Penn State's winning?
Yeah, Penn State was up, I think it was, last time I got an update, 14-0, so we'll have to see here.
Okay.
All right. Now the other fight song's going.
Just roll it.
Yeah, we'll leave it go for a second here as we start to break down our equipment here from Western Beaver. There we go. All right, so we'll get our final game stats here today. Officially 47-14 in favor of the Golden Beavers. The scoring started off with Mikey Crawford with that 67-yard touchdown pass, and then from there on out, the Beavers outscored the Wolverines 41-14. 2 touchdowns in the end of that fourth quarter in the mercy roll, and give credit to Western Beaver. They did what they had to today, and they're going to be moving on next week against Freedom. Here you go. Game stats. First downs. Western Beaver finished officially with 20. Ellwood with only 10. Net yards rushing, 291 for Western Beaver compared to 150 for Ellwood. Yards passing wise, 229 to 67. Ellwood was 5 of 13, 3 interceptions. Wow, Western Beaver, give credit to their quarterback there, Lefevre, 12 of 18, no interceptions. Total offensive plays, 58. Yeah, this one's going to be crazy, Thad. 58 total plays, 520 yards. That's an average of 9 yards per play. Compared to 43 plays, 217 yards, 5 yards per play for the Wolverines. Penalties there, a lot of penalties today, 13 total, 5 for 31 for Ellwood, 8 for 66 for Western Beaver. Not many third down and fourth down plays, but Ellwood City finished 3 of 9, Western Beaver 3 of 7, and the 4 turnovers today costly. The points off turnovers, I want to say all 4 led to points, so 28 of the 47 off of turnovers. Rushing wise, big day for Elijah Palmer McCain, 23 carries, 141 yards officially, 1 touchdown. We'll also give a shout out there to Declan O'Brien, the other scoring touchdown, 1 carry, 22 yards in that touchdown. Flip side, Tyson Florence, 21 carries, 113 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Xander Lefevre, 10 carries, unfortunately didn't get that 100 mark, but 10 carries, 91 yards as a quarterback. You combine that with the 229, he accounted for officially 320 yards on offense-wise. Passing, Chris Smiley, 5 of 12, 2 interceptions, 67 yards. Declan Gray there on that 4th down punt fake. 1 pass, unfortunately, was intercepted there on defense. Xander Lefevre, 12 of 18, 229, 3 touchdowns along of 67, the very first play of the game. Receiving-wise, for Ellwood, Elijah Palmer came 3 catches for a total of 52 yards. A couple of those bubble screen passes there in that fourth quarter. Flip side, Levi Gray, 5 catches, 122 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mikey Crawford, only 1 catch, but it started us off for 67 yards. And then Tyson Florence, 3 catches, 42 yards as well. And there are your offensive plays. The big guy for Western Beaver, 12 points for Levi Gray, 12 points for Tyson Florence of those 47. Flip side, Elijah Palmer Kane, 6, O'Brien, 6, and then we'll give a shout out to Caitlin Kreitzer, 2 for 2 on extra points. Defensively, leading the charge for the Wolverines was Brighton Mariacker. He had 9 tackles officially. Gavin Partridge making some really big tackles. He finished with 8 tackles, but 4 of them were tackles for loss on the day. Flip side there, Aaron Smith officially finished with 5 tackles. The big guy was number 50, Drew Mitchell, 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery. 3 out of the 4 turnovers go in his favor. That's it for me. Why don't you take us out?
Great. Thank you, Brad. Once again, Tuesday night, girls volleyball. Wednesday night, middle school football. And Friday
At
Mohawk. So with that, on behalf of Dakota Marshall, producer, engineer, broadcast specialist Brad Windhorst, and myself, Thad Sturgeon, we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast as much as we've enjoyed presenting it to you. Final 47-14, Western Beaver over Ellwood City. Have a great day, folks. Enjoy your Saturday. See you Tuesday night.